Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. Whether you're watching us live at sktrading.live or listening on your favorite podcast platform, we've got you covered. Subscribe, join the community, and get ready to dive into real talk and real market insights. Let's get started.
Hi, I'm Stephen Kalayjian, and welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Well, really, there weren't really any ugly here today. It was just up, and away. We had the ISM number, and we had the construction spending number, and the markets really pushed up here. We pushed down to the 67.05 and a quarter, and then rallied about 63 points on the S&P. Really very strong market here today. We had a really big pushing up here, about 3% just in Tesla. Nvidia up 42 cents. Avago up 1.1% here. Palantir up 1%. We had SMCI up really right now 8%, up 4 points. Really, these stocks and also the Russell very strong. But again, the market doesn't seem like it has any momentum to the downside. Every rallies are bought. Even when we traded down to the 62.50 about 3 or 4 weeks ago, short-lived, right back up 400, 500 points on the S&P. But I do think, like I said, it's hard to be long up at these levels, and coming from where we came from. Again, you just don't know what's going to happen and where it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So, again, we saw some really great patterns in the Russell. We had the double blue buys on the continuous contract with the underlying ETFs. Really great patterns there. We had some really great patterns on the Russell. Also, we saw some really great patterns on Palantir off the 15-minute time frame. Nvidia, great long off the oversold condition on the 15s, got the buy reversal, and then a really great long pattern on the Russell. But really, to be honest with you, Tesla and the Russell and the S&P futures, which correlated to buy, were really, really very, very strong. Also, when gold, the GLDs reversed to sell in the 15-minute time frame, the 30 and 60-minute time frames are still in buy mode, and we got the deep oversold condition at 2 o'clock, and gold rallied from the 84, I would say like the 82 and a half, 83 level, and gold shot up about 10. Really, it was very slow here, the Jewish holiday today and tomorrow, Yom Kippur. So, but the S&Ps, we did look and see that there was a big sell divergence at the end of the day. S&P futures push up to the 66 handle and drop 10. When you're trading the markets, it's really all about technicals, and that's what I teach here at sktrading.live. So let me get right out of here and let me show you some of the great patterns today. First of all, let me bring up Tesla here. Tesla, beautiful pattern here. We came in with an uptrend here in Tesla. You can see that the pullback here on the 15-minute time frame was a really great pattern. And this is what's called a double blue buy right here. So normally with a double blue buy, when the MACDs are above the pivot line, the solid white line right here, when they're above the pivot on the 5, 15, 30 and hourly, and you get the overbought condition, you take the short, you wait for the pullback, you look to get long. Here's another great long here. But here's the thing. Every time Tesla made a new high and the MACDs didn't confirm with the overbought condition on the 5, you can see here every rally drop. Boom. Here's 2. Here's another one. Here's another 2 here. Here's another one. And at the end of the day, look at that, 62, and they got cabooshed here, more than almost $3 here. So every new rally, especially when the MACDs are negative on the 15, so every new high combined with overbought conditions with the combination of the MACD negative on the 15 and on the 5, you can see the non-confirmation making new highs here. The MACDs didn't confirm. Major shorts there on Tesla. Major shorts, okay? Also, we saw Microsoft reverse to buy here on the 15, and it correlated with the 60-minute. Beautiful pattern here on the 5-minute right after the push up here. Let me just go back here. So this is the opening here on Microsoft. We actually caught caught this short here with the negative MACDs here on the 5, 15, sorry, with the 15, 30, and 60. It dropped here about 2, and then we just watched it positive here on the 5, and then when the 15 reverses to buy, you can see here it correlated with the 60-minute, and then once the 30-minute reversed to buy right here, okay, one of the great patterns I love is when the algorithm reverses to buy, when the MACDs are above the pivot and you're overbought, you could take the short right here. You can see you could take the short, whether it's 518.90 or 519.5. It drops over $2, and then what's the next strategy? You buy the first pullback on the 15. Here's the first pullback after the correlation. You can see the pullback here below the 517.5. And Microsoft ripped about $2. Great pattern there. One of the best patterns of the day is SMCI. If I can type. Okay, SMCI reverses to buy here on the 15 and still very strong. But look at this ADX rising here on the 15. Look at the ADX rising on the 30. Look at the ADX rising and the big buying pressure on the 60. Monster move. Look at this. And what do you look to do? You look to buy the first. This is the pullback. Look to buy the first pullback on the 15 right here into the positive MACDs on the 30 and 60, rising ADX, big buying pressure. Look at this, 49.55 or 49, 49.60. SMCI never looked back, just rallied $2.40. When you have those ADXs rising like that on the 30 and 60-minute time frames, you better be looking to go long, especially, well, the 15s look like they flattened out here a little bit. But I said, look to buy this long here between the 48.80 and the 49.80 on the 15-minute pullback. It was an absolute Picasso. Unbelievable, beautiful pattern on MSTI. All right. On SMCI, sorry. All right. Coinbase, MSTR. We'll do MSTR really quickly here. Beautiful long on the deep oversold condition. The 60s, the 30s are in buy mode. You can see the 5-minute time frame. I called this long right here on the deep oversold condition. I said look to buy between the 30, 34, 31, 34 range. It pushed up to 36 and never looked back off the oversold condition. And you can see here when the 5 went double blue, it correlated with the 30 and the 60-minute time frame, and you could have bought the 2 pullbacks on the 5. One here, okay, 35.81, and I know this one was late, 36, and pushed up about 2.5, 3. So these strategies that I teach repeat themselves, as all based upon my combination methodology and using my indicator 4. Let's see here. The Russell, very, very strong here today, the IWMs. And the key here with the Russell was the 30-minute time frame right here, reversing to buy with the MACD below the pivot. What do you look to do? You look to buy the pullbacks here on the 15. Let's see here. That's here. This is one. And then look at this one right here. Here's this one. And look at the 30-minute getting oversold. The Russell 241.32, rally about $1.70. And then I'll show you another great pattern. This is the 5-minute time frame, reversing the buy with the MACD above the pivot. Okay, again, you could have taken some shorts in here and then look to cover when the 5 got deeply oversold. The 5 gets deeply oversold into the positive MACD, rising ADX, good buying pressure. You could have taken this long here on the Russell below the 242.60, and you can see, just give it some time. Russell ran about 60 cents. Great pattern there on the IWMs. Again, when the 30 reverses to buy, okay, with the MACD below, and when you get that 30-minute oversold condition, this is a monster long pattern right here. A monster long pattern right here. Look at that. Oversold, positive MACD, oversold, rising ADX, oversold, buying pressure, beautiful correlation. The 30 correlated with the 15 and the 60 with the MACD below. This is one of my favorite patterns in the world. Okay. All right. Let's see here. IBIT, Bitcoin was very, very strong today. If you look at IBIT, you can see here on the 15-minute time frame reversing to sell. You went from a positive trend to a buy disconnect, and that setup right here got the 15 deeply oversold. Again, didn't move a hell of a lot, but still, this is the pattern I want to show you. The 60s bullish, the 30s bullish, okay, and you got the 15 reversing to sell. So you have a sell reversal, which means that 85% that the highs are in for the day. But it also means that you could buy it against the 30 and 60. As IBIT 637 rallied about 60 cents, 62 cents at the end of the day. Great pattern there. Again, it was a very, very slow day, so this is not going to be a long one here. But I will tell you that emphatically that, tomorrow being Yom Kippur, I expect very, very low volume here tomorrow. But again, when I get back, I will tell you what I expect for tomorrow. Again, like I said, tomorrow we really have because we have the big jobs number coming out on Friday. Well, if the government shutdown is still in effect, there won't be any jobs data. So I want to be clear with that. But we do have factory orders, and we have initial jobless factory orders at 10, initial jobless claims at 8:30, and then a Fed governor is going to be speaking. Overall, I think I'm looking for, because we're significantly overbought here on the 30 and 60-minute time frames, I do expect some type of a push down here. If we do gap up tomorrow, I say let them have them. Okay, the MACDs are going along here now with the new highs here from today. But again, if they rally, I'm looking for a deep a chance to short them, and then I look for a pullback on the 30-minute time frame to get long, because the 30s have not pulled in after they reversed today. If you look here, you can see the spiders reverse to buy here on the 30-minute time frame. I'm sorry, the Qs, wrong one. Sorry. The Qs reverse to buy on the 30-minute right here. So I'm expecting, if we do get a push up, look to short them, okay? And then if we do get a pullback, look to buy them, get a deep oversold condition like the Russell, to see if we get something looking like this here, okay, on tomorrow. So I do believe we're going to be in a range tomorrow, and I do believe that once the employment, if we do get a release of the employment number, that should definitely give us some activity on Friday. So again, if we gap up and we trade up, I look to fade them and then look for pullbacks on the 15 and the 30, mostly the 30-minute time frame, to look to go long on any intraday trades there, okay, off the 30-minute. All right, when I get back, I will tell you about something really going crazy here at night. Be right back. So every night we're hosting My Fund the Futures is sponsoring me on the night session in Tokyo. They've given away over 510 prop accounts, whether it's a 50K core account or scale account. This is absolutely insane. In 14 days, they've given away 500 accounts. 500. It's an astronomical. I don't know any prop firm that's doing that. My Fund the Futures is one of the best, in my opinion, prop firms. And to be able to commit to doing 2 hours every night with me, and then commit to giving over 500 prop accounts through a raffle that we hold every night to users on the My Fund the Futures TV, YouTube, is just amazing. So please join me tonight, every night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We trade gold. We just started trading silver last night, index futures, S&P and NASDAQ futures. Really great time. I'm super excited to be hosting it. Again, My Fund the Futures sponsoring it. So there's nothing better. If you want to trade prop, this is great. We get anywhere between 6 to 12 great trades a night. And I'm excited. I really love to see all of you. And with that being said, thank you for joining me on The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. If you'd like to join me, my website is sktrading.live. Also, if you'd like to follow me on social media, at official Stephen Kalayjian on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, if you'd like to reach out to me personally, my cell phone number is 914-500-7484. With that being said, have a great night, everybody. I hope to see you tonight. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe at sktrading.live or on your favorite podcast platform. We'd love for you to rate, review, and join our community for more real talk and market insights. Until next time, keep trading and stay sharp.